Hi girls, it's Jenny with Planner Perfect, and in today's video, a menu plan with me. Let's go. I'm in a little bit of a different setting. I'm in my kitchen. I thought it was appropriate. Today we're going to do some menu planning. I'm actually going to chat just a minute with you, and then I will do kind of like an aerial view of what I do. It's part of my, when I do my menu planning, it's part of my Sunday checklist. I've talked about that before, and I can do more of an in-length video. I think I've got another video. I'll try to put up a card up here, or maybe it's over here, of where you can check that out. But basically, my Sunday checklist is something that I put in my planner as a list of things that I always do on Sunday to set myself up for the whole week. So like change my sheets, make sure all the laundry's done from stem to stern. I menu plan, clean out my fridge, write out my menu list. I do some YouTube vids and I schedule those out. I really pack in my day, and if I can, I will even bake. So it just kind of all depends. So like today, I was only able to bake some. I couldn't bake all of it, so I'm gonna have to like plan another day in the week to do that, which is easy to do. So in lieu of that, what I do is I take one of my spirals. So I just take a notebook, and I really love using my spirals this way because, and I don't even tear it out. I keep them in there until they're all filled up, but I do like a brain dump of sorts of what I want to make and bake for the whole week. So I will write it down like this. So I've got, these are gonna be dinners, and I started with Sunday, which is today. And I'm gonna flip you around and show you, but then I'll do lunches. And so I like to have lunch ideas, and you know, I homeschool, so even if my kids went to school, I obviously have to know lunches anyways. But they're not, okay? So, but I still need to know what I'm gonna feed them. Then I have breakfast. So I have breakfast, lunches, and then I write down my baking day. And that's how I do it. And I decide what I'm gonna bake for the whole entire week. So this week though, and I am going to bake some yummy, fun stuff, and I might even have one of my sons, okay, Brock, he's sitting over there. But funny story is that we were watching the junior British Bake Off, and I never had so much fun in my life, but I would have to say, I was like, I mean, my gosh, I mean, some of them, all of them were just so adorable, all these kids. Some of them look like Prince Charles, you know, they kind of got, you know, with their front teeth kind of out, little ears out, and then the way they talk, I mean, this guy in particular, and his name was Charles, but he was like, they always tell me that I need to like work on my presentation, but I can't, I do the best I can, you know? And I was like, oh my gosh, Brock, if you were on the British Bake Off, okay, I think you'd be like Charles. It'd be sloppy. He's like, I'm gonna prove you wrong. So he wants to bake for me, stem to stern, a cake. Like I'll put one of my cakes from my blog up on there. I can't help him at all, and he's gonna bake it from stem to stern and then frost it. I can't wait. We're gonna do it this week. If you want me to like film that, let me know, because I think that would be a lot of fun to film. And I think it's a great homeschooling thing to do too. So I was gonna take him up on that and have him bake something and do all of it. So that's something I'm gonna be adding to my baking scenario for the week. So let me flip you around. I'm gonna show you some of the fun magazines that I'm loving right now. And you know, they're from old and new. So I just kind of grab them. I always save them, and every year I pull them out. So let's plan some dinners and lunches and breakfasts and baking days. So let's do this. Okay, so I've been kind of doing some of it here before I pulled you in. I don't want to, the process can be long, but I want to show you some things that I've already kind of started and thought up. Some of the things that you'll find out when I do my baking day that you'll find out is that, not my baking day, but when you do a plan, I have a plan with me that I'm going to be doing. And on Thursday, we're going to be going to the apple orchard. And so I thought, man, that would be really fun. We're going to go earlier in the day. And then I'm going to do this cider braised chicken with Brussels sprouts and apples. And I'm going to get some cider too. So I would need to write that in my planner. So here's some of the yummy books I found. I've got apples. So I flagged these. This is supposed to be a little sticky at the base. Just kind of doing that, and it's just for this week, but I have this one in here. This is 2018, but I have these spiced pumpkin donuts, so I'll make these. I've made these before. And I loved this. This is cast iron. My gosh, this is 2016. But I save these because these are ones that I cook from a lot. So, and this one, I liked the Skillet Apple Pie. So I'm gonna do that and do a crumble on the top. This is with a pecan crumble. So I have an apple pie that I've always made. And I think I will just do that and do it in my black iron skillet with my new apples I get from the orchard. So amazing. And then I got this wonderful one here. And I think this is last year's. So with this one, I liked these donuts, but I think I'm gonna do the spiced ones instead. But I liked these, so I wanted to keep a sharp eye out on those. And this is everything pumpkin. And I'd have to say, I think my kids like apple more than pumpkin. So, so I'm still I know what I'm doing on my baking day. But now for dinners, I've got tonight's beef stew and I got homemade bread rising right now. Still figuring out for Monday. I've got shepherd's pie, chicken pot pie. I already told you the braised chicken with cider. And then we've got homemade pizza. I'll do a stromboli. So I just need to do one more right here. And I have this chicken one here. And I thought I would just kind of give it a good look. Balsamic glazed chicken. Gosh, that looks good already with potatoes. I'm already at a halt. I think I have to do this one. I'm all ready for it. Right out of the gate. And so, doing it. I just spelled that wrong. So I know what I'm doing. I'm gonna make smaller amounts of my stuff here. I really don't want a lot of leftovers, and I don't even want to account for it. My most satisfactory moments are if we eat it all, because leftovers, even if I refurbish, unless I do a fried chicken and I shred it and I use that, any kind of leftovers just usually don't go over well over here. So my husband always tries to eat it all. Like it's he's challenging himself or something. So for lunches, we've got mac and cheese. I can do my homemade or I do the Annie's. So either way, I do have them covered for this. I have my favorite Starbucks panini is the pesto mozzarella tomato. And my kids love it so much. I kind of share it with them. And so I thought I'd recreate it because I've done that on the Anna and Jenny Bake Show, which it's absolutely delicious. So I'm gonna make that up for lunch one day this week. Leftover of any of the dinners, I'm gonna account for some of that. And then we can do PB&Js. We can do grilled cheese option with my homemade bread. And what I might do when I do this chicken up here and I'm cooking up some chicken, I might make up some more chicken. My kids love pasta salad. So I think I'll do pasta salad with some like grilled up chicken strips, but not fried. So I'll do that. And that kind of covers me for the whole week. For breakfast, I like to do homemade bread, toast with eggs. I do allow one cereal box a week. And so once it's gone, it's gone. So they can do that as an option, which is kind of nice because it's quick and easy. And I don't have to feed them. French toast with my bread. I can cut it thick. It's absolutely amazing. And then I can do my pumpkin spice donuts. And I just would have to account for that because I would make it in the morning. And I have apple muffins down here, so that would be an option for like more closer to the weekend because we're going to go to the apple orchard on Friday or Thursday. So I have this all mapped already. Dinners, lunches, breakfasts. Kind of coming with a highlighter, baking day. Okay, so there you have it. There's a kind of a aerial view and a look at how I kind of, process a little bit. It's fun. I mean, if you think about it, just have a really good time trying to figure out maybe new menu plans, go according to season, try something new, bring in some of the things that are just classics and traditional for you and your family. I know for us, we do like to do pizzas. Though I'd have to say one of my sons is like, I don't like pizza because I don't like cheese. And it just gets boring. I'm just like, fine. I'll do just a sauce pizza. So he gets weird with cheese. So sometimes that can be a struggle, but I think though that if I do a stromboli, that's what I'm gonna do this time. I think he's really, really liked that. So I gotta work around it, make sure everyone is liking what I'm doing. I never like it if even one kid, two, and especially two, don't like what I'm making, I won't do it because what am I gonna do for them? And I don't wanna see them over there trying to make a piece of toast while, I wanna make sure that everyone's on the same page, and not really do I have crazy, taste. So I'm not too worried about it. I just wanna make sure that, hey, everyone likes this, right? That kind of thing. So yeah, we've got the beef stew, that's tonight. Balsamic chicken like we saw, shepherd's pie, that's always a classic. I've made that forever. I will link you to all of my favorite recipes that are either on my blog or something that I have the recipe somewhere. I'll make sure that that's down below. My chicken pot pie, I've been making that for years. They do love that. And then that cider braised chicken, I thought that was another good one that I can do because it has apples in it, and we can do that after we go to the apple orchard, so that'll be fun. And Friday, the stromboli. And then for the weekend, what I like to do is, since we're pretty much out of food by Friday, then I will always do the weekend food. So I go on a Friday night or early Saturday morning, and I'll just go grab fun food for the weekend, and there's games on and stuff like that. So we'll kind of hey, what do we want to do? And do we want to do fondue or do something fun? Or so we'll kind of do a wings for the game. So we'll just kind of think of things, and then I'll go buy stuff to go make. And do we want to do a really fun dip? Just stuff like that. So I like to do the weekend separate. I never plan on Monday for the whole weekend too. I always go through Friday, and then I'll do the weekend shopping separate. That's kind of how I do it. So I know that soon I can do another grocery haul, so be looking for that pretty soon, where I usually always shop on a Monday, and then I'll go on a Friday or a Saturday. So that's kind of how I do it. So be looking out for another fall grocery haul here pretty soon. Hey, that rhymed, okay? So be on the lookout for my plan with me, where I'm gonna kind of combine these two fun things, because then I transfer all of this then to my planner. So this was great because it was a really great way to kind of just brain dump, and then I just flip the page for the next week, and I just keep on going. So I love working in this. And even sometimes if I want to do a complete dump out my pantry, let's really see what's hiding in here. The flies. I'll use this as my place to be okay, listen, I got tons of tomato paste and I didn't even know it. So I will write all that down. I'll really assess everything I have. And then I'll just, I'll be licking the tip of my pen, hair in a bun, I'm ready. And I'll just assess what's in my freezers. Oh my gosh, I have more than enough of this, quit buying it. I do that monthly usually, where I'll just really clear everything out of like those deep freezers or, you know, my pantry, which some of the times those things can get really kind of hidden and tucked away and you don't even know you have it. Like, oh, I had tahini the whole time. Stuff like that. So there's that. That's how I use this, and I love it. So be looking out too for Christmas spirals. It should be coming out here early November, so that'll be fun. So you can grab those. But I just love working in them. The paper is divine. It's got beautiful gold coil, and it's just a beautiful thing. And I like looking back at it. I just do. It's all filled, it's highlighted. It's like, it's a busy, working, intentional, functional way to use a spiral. So anyway, thanks for being with me today, girls, as I planned out a menu plan for my week. Until next time.
Mom, Molly's on Kevin's deck.
Oh, crap.